Try holding me.
Here, I'll hold it. Pull the trigger. There you go. You got it. Good job.
A little harder, like that.
You gotta almost punch it. No.
Get it out. Okay. Hold it.
Right, here you go.
Try holding me.
Here, I'll hold it. Pull the trigger. There you go. You got it. Good job.
A little harder, like relax. Fast.
There is nothing mysterious about the foundations of a healthy and strong democracy. The basic things expected by our people are simple. They are equality of opportunity for youth and for others, jobs for those who can work, security for those who need it, the enjoyment of the fruits of scientific progress in a wider and constantly rising standard of living. These are the simple, the basic things that must never be lost sight of in the turmoil and unbelievable complexity of our modern world.
Good evening, and welcome to the 43rd certificate ceremony for Massanutten Technical Center. My name is Kevin Hutton, and I am the director of MTC. We are so happy that you could be with us this evening to honor and recognize our students. After another great year, it is a privilege to be able to recognize our students for all of their accomplishments. At this time, I ask you to please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. Please stand if you are able. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Please be seated. Today we will award certificates of completion to 395 high school students, as well as 24 practical nursing students, for a total of 419 graduating students. These figures are the highest number of graduates in the history of MTC. Again, please join me in congratulating all of these outstanding students. MTC prides itself on providing outstanding training to the future workforce of our community. As you look through the program tonight, you will see that many of our students have earned industrial credentials. In addition, our students have the opportunity to participate in dual enrollment through Blue Ridge Community College. This year, I'm also very pleased to announce that our students were awarded 33 scholarships. These scholarships and the recipients are also listed in your program. And for sure, this money will raise as we compete in our national competitions this summer. At MTC, we encourage our students to be involved. This involvement can be through student organizations such as Skills USA and FFA. In Skills USA, our students competed in a competition this past April in Roanoke. At this time, I'd like to recognize our students that are eligible to compete at the National Skills USA Conference in June in Atlanta, Georgia. Students, please rise and remain standing as I call your name. Some of our winners are only finishing up their first year, and will probably not be here tonight, but we still want to recognize all of our national competitors. In 3D animation, Gavin Adukitis and Troy Kramer. In action skills, Bradley Shiflett. In aesthetics, Caitlin Crawford and Madison Marshall. And in job skill demonstration open, Blake Huffman. Thank you. We also have a student who will serve as the Virginia Skills USA State Officer Team for the 2025-26 school year. Please help me congratulate Colton Fellenstein. He is a first-year student in our diesel technology program. For our FFA chapter, we would like to recognize individuals for their accomplishments this school year. Please rise and remain standing as I call your name. The 2024 Virginia FFA Livestock Judging State Champions, Connor Davis, Emily Hammer, Avery Hilbert, and Wyatt Holloway. Wyatt Holloway is also a 2025 Proficiency Award winner. And even though she graduated last year from MTC, we want to congratulate Grayson Long for serving as the state president for the 2024-25 Virginia FFA Officer Team. In addition, MTC awards 2 students each year with the honor of being MTC Student of the Year. This recognition is simply not about academic achievement, but encompasses their leadership, their character, and their positive impact they have on the MTC community. At this time, I'd like to recognize these students, and please stand and be recognized when I call your name. The 2024-25 MTC Student of the Year, Abby Short, and Noah Caldwell. Again, please join me in giving all of these students a big round of applause. There are several individuals I'd like to recognize this evening. MTC is very fortunate to have tremendous support from our executive board. This board consists of the Harrisonburg City School Board, the Rockingham County School Board, as well as the County Superintendent, Dr. Larry Shiflett, and the City Superintendent, Dr. Michael Richards. I also want to thank Larry Shiflett and Michael Richards for joining me on stage today. Thank you. We also work very closely with our local government officials, with our community, and with our businesses. A special thanks to Carrie Gray, our CTE Director for Rockingham County Public Schools, and for Jeremy Aldridge, the CTE Director for Harrisonburg City. At this time, would all of the individuals I recognize please stand to be recognized? Our parents, you are critical to the success of MTC. Thank you for your continued support and your commitment to give your child the best possible education. We hope that you see the benefits of your child attending a program at MTC. Students, please recognize your parents for all that they have done. I would also like to recognize the teachers and staff of Massanutten Technical Center. It is an honor for this administration to work with this set of teachers and staff members. We pride ourselves on being part of an MTC family, a family that focuses on hard work, loyalty, and dedication to our profession, The success and accolades of all of these MTC students is due to the determination of each one of these individuals to prepare these students for the workforce or for higher education. They give students the confidence and the skills to reach whatever their desired goal may be. Please, a massive round of applause to the teachers and staff members of Massanutten Technical Center. We are very excited to have students from our second-year programs serve as your keynote speaker this year. It is a privilege to hear from these individuals as they share their experiences of MTC. People will say that their job is rewarding, but I can guarantee you that nothing compares to being a part of the educational growth and development of our youth. Please take a listen.
One of the reasons I chose carpentry is because I come from a line of carpenters. My grandfather was a self-owned business up in Maryland. When I enrolled in carpentry, I expected to learn how to build a house and how to frame, and I didn't expect to learn that there's so many things that you need to do that has nothing to do with carpentry alone. You need to be able to manage your time, manage your self-discipline, make sure that you know why you're doing whatever it is that you're doing, and that you need to be able to understand when to say certain things and when not to say certain things. I didn't expect to learn life lessons that I can apply to every aspect of my life in a class about building a house.
I think MTC is preparing me to be a pilot because I'm getting to see I'm putting my hands on a plane, and I wouldn't have been able to have that opportunity without MTC, and I want to be able to be a pilot in the future, so this is a head start of what I want to do. The biggest hands-on project I did is build the airplane that we're doing in aviation. I really liked where I got to move the controls, and then the flaperons would move up and down. I got to see the angles of what those were so we could adjust it to them. We also got to build the wings. We got to see the spar, how those go in and out easily. Riveting is the biggest part we did, and also doing the avionics, the electronics, putting the roll servos for the autopiloting.
One of my favorite things about welding class was the structure and the discipline in it. My class at Massanutten Technical Center differentiated from East Rockingham High School because there was a lot of people with like-minded passions as me, and I was able to have a much more creative outlet. Once I graduate, I'd like to pursue either shipbuilding, rig work, or underwater welding. I love all of those options. They seem very fun to me.
Personally, when I first walked into MTC, I didn't know what I was doing. But like the first week or two, I was kind of nervous. I didn't have the best knife skills. I didn't have the best cooking technique, best anything. But after like a month or two in that class, I was getting better and better every day. And like my knife skills improved, my cooking skills improved, my prep area has gotten way better. I learned how to clean and sanitize more. It's more of a fun activity to do at culinary. Why I choose culinary? Because my mother was a baker. I cooked my mother a breakfast for Mother's Day because I wanted to show her how much she has meant to me, how much the 17 years she's been through my life. I cooked her bacon, I cooked her eggs, I cooked her a little bit of sausage, a little bit of pancakes, a little bit. I even made a homemade breakfast sandwich for her.
A way that MTC has helped me prepare for life after graduation is that it's given me hands-on experience through this program. Through this program, I've also found out what I'm best passionate about, which is caring and understanding patients. I do feel supported through MTC academically and personally. A way that I feel supported personally is that I've created many bonds and relationships with these teachers and classmates.
Some of the hands-on experiences I've received from Massanutten Technical Center is like learning how to use a brazing tool so I can braze multiple copper pieces together. Being from Harrisonburg, I never really had the opportunity to use or even learn how to use some certain tools, so that was really cool.
I would say I've learned a lot of skills over my time at MTC, but if I had to choose one that would impact my work ability the most would be my adaptability. Being able to adapt to certain situations that might be uncomfortable would be my biggest skill set that impacted my work the most. Favorite aspect is the attention to detail and how much attention you have to pay to the work that you are doing that gets you the best results and make sure that nothing goes wrong with your work. It teaches you a lot about being a worker and what you will need in the workforce.
I took cybersecurity because I took a related course my freshman year at my home school, and I wanted to learn more about it. I wanted to learn more about the different software that we used in the class and the topics we covered. So I will be going to Bridgewater College, and after that, hopefully getting a job as a security analyst or a threat intelligence analyst. I could also get a job as a penetration tester. There's also ethical hacking jobs. There's all sorts of things that I could do.
Some of my favorite hands-on experiences in building management would be when we build the tiny houses and we get to use the nail guns, we get to use the saws, we get to use the drivers. One thing I like about MTC is meeting all the kids from all the other schools because there's just so many unique people and a lot of people that I have friends with, that make friends with.
I'm currently attending the Dental Careers program here at MTC, and one of the many reasons I chose to get my education here was to learn more about the career path and what the dental field offers for me. I learned that I like dentistry because I enjoy working with people, and there's many, many options for advancement. So when I had the opportunity to go to a dental office, I already knew what was going on because of how much they've taught me here at MTC. It was like a smooth transition going into it. So after graduation, I was actually offered a job to work as a dental assistant, and I'm planning on continuing my education while working full-time as a dental assistant to become a dental hygienist.
I would like to say that my favorite moment at MTC is first skill Virginia competition we had. And me and my team, we won second place. So it made me realize that if we work together, we can do anything. Ever since I got at MTC, I've been feeling like this is a big family. It doesn't feel like a class. It feels like we all know each other for such a long time. And I would like to share some words in Spanish, if you don't mind. Quiero decir que es una gran experiencia para estas personas que no se sienten como seguros del inglés que tienen y sienten que no lo van a poder hacer o se van a arrepentir. Siento que deberían de no sentirse así porque siempre encuentran personas en el camino que los hacen sentir seguros y los ayudan durante el viaje de la carrera.
I feel that MTC is a very genuine school, whereas with MTC you're able to really dig into your passions, dig into the specific field you want to go, and get all of the real background information and work and devices, everything that you'll need for that specific field. You're always getting the best version from MTC.
One of my most memorable moments at Massanutten Technical Center would be last year during our firefighter portion of the class when we got to do live burns and put out real fires to simulate what it would be like if I was an actual firefighter working for the county. After I complete this class and get my certification, I can work for the county as a firefighter or EMT, or I can work for a private transport company.
Skills that I didn't expect that I would get at MTC was painting, measuring, learning new skills like speaking in public, just selling your product. I didn't expect that I would be learning so many different various of things, and communicating, doing teamwork, all of this, it was amazing to learn.
Well, in 9th grade, we went on an MTC tour, and I got to see all the good classes here at MTC, and Diesel really stood out to me because I like to do a lot of hands-on work, and the Diesel program has a lot of that. And then after 9th grade, I enrolled in 11th grade in first year, and it's kind of, diesel is kind of the path I want to go down when, after MTC and after school, so that really stood out to me there. I think that it's a very thorough program. We go over engine rebuilds, we do a lot of air and electrical brake diagnostics and troubleshooting, electrical troubleshooting as well, and then we do hydraulic equipment, like the hydraulics that would be on skid steers and backhoes and heavy machinery. If you really enjoy hands-on activities and work instead of textbook work, then this is the place for you. And it's a great atmosphere. You make lots of new friends from different high schools because there's the 5 or 6 high schools that go here, and it's a great place to make new friends.
I've always really had a love for animals, but I knew like I wanted to learn how I can care for them more so I could make a difference in their lives, because I've always had positive like situations and pets in my life growing up. I think the biggest difference from working at MTC and working at the internship is just the clinical setting, the patients you meet, the clients you meet, and under what circumstances. One of the skill sets I'm leaving with from MTC is to learning to be confident in my skills and my abilities to work with animals and my skill level, and that I shouldn't compare it to others' accomplishments, because that's how we learn from each other and grow.
I feel like I've had a lot of academic support in my classroom. We have a lot of resources that are given to us, and the teachers are very involved. I have enrolled in the work-based learning program and go there full-time now. I got a very good offer through an auto shop because I was in the automotive program. I've been working there for the past month, and they're looking to move me up to a flat rate technician.
At MTC, we are able to go to a local farm in our county. I know a lot of other classes here at MTC, maybe not, they don't get that opportunity. So our class, our ag production class, is very lucky to experience that. Some of our livestock at the farm, if you have livestock, sometimes animals can go down really quick. Maybe we'll need to give them a vaccine really quickly. Critical thinking skills we've learned in our class have been very valuable. I've acquired to see a vet, a DMV. He was able to pregnancy check ewes. That has been a fantastic hands-on experience. When I graduate, I plan on going to the University of Findlay in Findlay, Ohio to obtain my bachelor's degree in animal science.
One thing I like about MTC is that they offer internships, and I was lucky enough to get an opportunity to start working at trucking equipment at the start of the year, and it's going good so far. I'm enjoying it. It prepared me by giving me the opportunity to get hands-on work and the feel of the workforce environment. It also showed me how detailed you have to be on your projects and work to produce quality work. The education was way different because it gave me a hands-on skill that I can use for the rest of my life.
So I chose the LPN program, the Licensed Practical Nurse program, and I chose that program because I met a lot of great LPNs and they inspired me to want to join this program. And then now that I'm in the program, I have a lot of awesome instructors, a lot of great new nurses and nurses that I've learned and appreciated. The most challenging thing I had to overcome was being able to time manage, being able to have the obstacles of having exams, clinicals, homework, multiple things thrown at me and have to learn a ton of information. And then my biggest challenge was dosage calculation, but being able to learn how to ask for help, learn how to find a good SETI method, and my resources and everything, that now everything has come as second nature. So it's made me a better future nurse.
My teacher, my instructors, they made it very crucial that we talk confidently in front of anybody and anywhere at any time. So communication was really one thing that we had to get solid and make sure that we knew how to do, whenever, because it really has helped me a lot in my life, as in my job and my class and my family. Some of the tools we use in criminal justice are rulers, notebooks, pens, which are very important. We only use pens, actually. And we have our utility belts that hold our gun and all of our handcuffs and stuff like that. And we also use blood collecting tools to get evidence from scenes that we did, and we package them properly, because that is actually one of the most important things we need to learn how to do. And one of the most interesting parts is our virtual reality simulations, where they give us scenarios and we just respond to them. And it's like a real scene in real life, but it's not actual, there's no risk involved. It's just practice. I just want to say thank you to my instructors for teaching me how to communicate. It is a very difficult skill, and I honestly wouldn't be here without them.
Thank you to all the students who spoke in the video and to all the students here tonight for being a part of the MTC community, ready to take the skills that they learned over the last 2 and 3 years and work to achieve success in their future endeavors. At this time, I would like to call Sandy Rinker, Supervisor of Adult Education, to the podium to say a few words about our outstanding practical nursing program.
Good evening. My name is Sandy Rinker, and I too welcome you to our special ceremony this evening. It is with pride and pleasure that I will introduce to you the adult nursing graduates of Massanutten Technical Center. Thank you to the family and friends who are in attendance tonight. The graduates would not have made it without your love and support as they worked and went to school full-time to complete their nursing program. To our future nurses, this evening, you celebrate a significant milestone in your career. Nursing is not merely a profession. It is a calling. It's about making a difference in the lives of others. As you step into the world of healthcare, remember that the knowledge and skills you have acquired are just the beginning. The true essence of nursing lies in your ability to connect with patients, to offer comfort, and to advocate for those in need. Carry forward the knowledge and values instilled in you during your time at MTC. You have been prepared by the best instructors in the field. Their expertise and love of the nursing profession has been passed on to you. Thank you, Dr. Carpenter, Ms. Jenkins, Ms. Crow, and Ms. Martin. During your time at MTC, you have learned many valuable lessons, not only about nursing, but about life. Again, from my penning, I'm going to say it again. My words of wisdom to you are simple. Always take pride in your profession. Never take shortcuts or compromise a person's care. Be a role model, because I promise someone is always looking. And be patient, empathetic, kind, and caring. And remember Florence Nightingale's words. Don't forget to do the little things for a patient. You can make a difference in the lives of others. Congratulations. I wish you much success in your nursing career. Yeah, absolutely. We have Dr. Stephanie Carpenter, Mary Crow, Lisa Jenkins, and Miss Martin. Aneris Alvarez Alvera. Kelly Jo Brown. Sierra Browning. Samantha Burgoyne. Abigail Lynn Clater. Wendy Cummings. Melissa Ebach. Jamali Orozo. Carolina Grace Evans. Mona Lisa Garbasaldik. Cynthia Gonzalez. Amber Halterman. Daryl Keith Jones, Jr. Pular Catherine Jones. Maria Alejandra Gerardo. Shelby Lynn Killeen. Iris Eileen Klein. Katie Kratzberg. Danielle Lambert. Tiffany Leo. Alara Nicole Lewis. Shabelle Napolis. Madison Marie Pence. Maria Elena Jasmine Vasquez. And at this time, I would like to invite Chris Dalton to the podium.
At this time, we will invite each student to the stage to accept their certificate of completion in their respective program. Graduates and members of the audience, please remain seated and show proper respect as we recognize these students. We remind you to please hold your applause until after each program has been acknowledged. This form of mutual respect will ensure that all parents and families will hear their graduate's name. Agriculture Production, escorted by Carrie Gray. Teresa Erlinda Benitez. Connor Allen Davis. Andrew Jacob Foley. Brian Alexis Gonzalez Madrid. Taylor Grace Heichman. Madison May Hess. Wyatt James Holloway. Becca Grace Horst. Keely Kiara Jones. Brenna Claire Pennybacker. Carly Joanna Sonnefrank. Aaron Kennard Weekly. Architecture and Interior Design with instructor Ms. Kim Capasso. Angie Yulieth Alvarado Garcia. Brennan Scott Armentrout. Jonathan Lou Baylor. Eden Janelle Brown. Dylan Jorge Contreras Romero. Grace Marie Cruz Aviles. Monica Guadalupe Espinoza Martinez. Emma Kirsten Folk. Catherine Morgan Garschweiler. Madeline Renee Hagmeyer. Beckham Allen Hash. Faith Helene Kyle. Sienna Elizabeth Koneski. Lydia Grace Lee. Catherine Moliena. Marcelo Alessandro Apacas Carbajal. Alexandra Petrikov. Dennis David Rivera Rivera. Dawson Carter Rohrer. Madeline Nicole Wahovsk. Automotive Technology, instructors Philip Stroop and Terry Taylor. Renee Ociel Aguilar Navarro. Ethan Ryan Breeden. Diego David Diaz Benitez. Ryan Lee Dinges. Makara Marie Dove. Juan Carlos Garcia. Jose Luis Lopez Velasco. Yeshua Isaac Martinez Ramos. Jason Jose Matute Velasquez. Elijah Jean David Mateo Francois. Alejandro Muro Cano. Brian Reyes Simone. Zane Kinsey Riggleman. Mario Aaron Saldivar Romero. Nicholas Alexander Santiago. Emerson Wesley Wright. Gianni Ulysses Wright. Ivy Bahati. Noah Bryce Bartlett. Jose Luis Chavez Hernandez. Nathan Ernest Crowley. Aiden Noah Dean. Caleb Espinoza. Jacob Andrew Holland. Grayson Montgomery Keller. Colin Walker Knighting. Corbin Michael Naranjo. Tyler Douglas Roberts. William Dalton Robinson, excuse me. Jacob Scott Shiflett. Keith Allen Shiflett. Sabaya Sharesta. Mark Jacob Trotziuk. Eric Michael Ward. Bram Lawrence Welsh. Catherine Nicole Wise. Aviation Maintenance Instructor Brett Spiker. Juventilla Alvarez Figueroa. Noah Lee Caldwell. Ashley Dariana Martinez Lanza. Quinn Thomas Oberholzer. Grayson Lee Workman. Building Management, instructors Jerry Arbogast and David Scott. Alexander James Burrell. Joshua Carr Deal. Jason Alexander Howdyshell. Aland Khasral Hussein. Alan Stewart Jones. Preston Lee Nelson. Cale Brennan Sullivan. Carpentry, instructor Travis Knight, assistant instructor Mr. Lee Martin. Jaden Allen Bash. Gilberto Bautista Jimenez. Brian Emmanuel Diaz Ayala. Blake Allen Evers. Darian Martinez Bernabe. Cohen Lee McDormand. Braxton Hunter Miller. Noah Joseph Rahman. Adrian Ramos Cortez. David Manuel Romero Ramos. Reagan Daly Runyon. Caleb Tanner Southerly. Joshua Raymond Varner. Colton Scott Wegman. Collision repair with instructor Mr. Eric McDormand and assistant Mr. Richard Bowen. Jonathan Aguilar Valadez. Jonathan Taylor Brown. Logan Homer Lynn Connell. Elizabeth Christine Dean. Eric Scott Falls. Marco Alexander Garay. William Zaire Gomez Salazar. Jordy Gabriel Gomez Herrera. Hunter Alexander Honeycutt. Tristan Andrew Lehman. Richard Shane Lamb. Jeremiah Vincent Long. Taylor James McConnell II. David Allen Ream. Adriana Teofia Romero. Lourdes Sandoval Zarate. Aiden Bridger Shank. Mason Renee Sprinkle. Landon Avery Taylor. Cosmetology. Instructors Miss Ashley Armstrong, Miss Heidi Wheeler, and instructional assistant Miss Danielle Olimsky. Anella Bijic. Judith Elizabeth Bonilla. Skylar Lynn Bowles. Lillian Grace Campbell. Natalie Michelle Contreras. Nakaya Marie Yetunde Corbin. Mackenzie Marie Dooms. Yana Maria Dovganetsky. Grace Lynn Green. Dina Nicole Grog. Lorelei Marie Hagmeyer. Tayani Chantel Hope. McKenna Allen Jagger. Marjalise Lide Rivera. Gabriela Licona San Juan. Lisbeth Martinez. Josmar Madrigales. Gabriella Renee McCafferty. Kaylee May Murky. Miriam Molina Nava. Karen Moran Martinez. Kaylee Stefani Moreno Robles. Remy Marie Parks Lamaster. Shanna Mae Robertson. Celine Diara Rodriguez Pais. Maria Luisa Santiago Rojas. Gwendolyn Rose Sartain. Brooke Michael Shiflett. Nevaeh Serenity Nicole Shoemaker. Nevaeh Frances Diane Simmers. Isabella Grace Smith. Helen Giselle Torres Pena. Rosario Jasmine Valeriano. Carolina Noel Waters. Addison Parker Weatherholtz. Criminal Justice, instructors Brandon Plogger and Rebecca Ellingson. Xavier Logan Ayala. Valerie Isabella Blanco. Griffin James Bobro. Jaden Ashley Campisi. Aiden Brian Douglas Dalton. Topanga Renee Fritz. Aisha Michelle Heel Sanchez. Lizzie Nibeth Gonzalez Zalea. Ashley Claire Hoover. Lindsay Renee Lamb. Mia Sofia Linares. Yessi Estrella Mateo Simon. Ariel Mejia. Eliza Rochelle Mendoza Romero. Ricardo Moreno. Marilyn Iris Rivera Portillo. Adolfo Jose Rivera Rivas. Michelle Nicole Segarra Maldonado. Milady Elizabeth Segovia Delgado. Jessie Grace Sorrells. Bree Nicole Stroop. Antonio Torres. Lenice Marie Vega Rivera. Peyton Renee Warble. Kira Renee Zimmerman. Culinary Arts, instructor Chef Tara Roberts, instructional assistant Chef Madeline Ritchie. Abigail Elizabeth Polinar Perales. Laura Tekle Esquiba. Darian James Bimdick. Matthew Robert Eppert. Lizbeth Hernandez Balderas. Madison Grace Klein. Henry Charles Lieber. Abigail Rain Mitchell. Tytrice Marquin Pettiford. Rebecca Ramirez. Deacon Christopher Smith. Daniela Victoria Trinidad Size. Emily Nadine Whitmore. Cybersecurity Systems Technology, instructor Shandor Tapalier. Ayler Scott Adams. Anthony Joseph Baker. Stephen Ezequiel Cantarero. Brannigan Patrick Egger. Grayson J. Farrell. Aiden Chase Hicks. Kevin Daniel Lobo Ayala. Tajanal Trinity Ayana Miller. Brant Glenn Newman. Jasmine Denise Petrillo. Dylan Robert Rhodes. Kale Brennan Sullivan. Hung Tony Tran. Brian Vasquez. Dental careers, instructors Peggy Croy and Sonia Stroop. Susanna Milratib Adam Nam. Ezra Assad Sayadun. Giselle Bautista Jimenez. Kelsey Faye Breeden. Kayla Grace Charlton. Kylie Grace Compton. Nevea Soné Covarrubias. Franklin Nathaniel Crawford. Macy Ann Doyle. Hayla Grace Hensley. Skirky Senori Hernandez Torres. Allison May Howard. Brooklyn Nicole Lamb. Autumn K. Lucas. McKenna Lynn Meadows. Leslie Nayeli Meza Garcia. Michael Xavier Meza Garcia. Natalie Ann Parkinson. Kaylee Shea Pope. Shantae Azure Pope Bender. Marari Sari Segura. Destiny Catherine Stout. Douglas Jose Torres Lopez. Diesel Truck Technology. Lee Smith Instructor. Assistant William Rodriguez. Logan Alexander Ayala. Preston Allen Blankenship. Colton Lee Bradley. Caleb Joshua Collins. Levi Daniel Early. Tony Ann Everidge. Jackson Eugene Halterman. Ava Lane Harris. Darren James Lehman. Austin Dean Lambert. Jackson William Little. Aaron Gabriel Manetta. Peyton Andrew Michael. James Isaac Rothgeb. Autumn Dawn Shiflett. Bradley Wayne Shiflett. Peyton Cooper Sinnott. Xavier Jack Tippett. Jordan Andrew Warble. Electricity, Instructor Weston Heatwell. Instructional Assistant, Mr. Gordon Shantz. Jasmine Exandria Bennett. Jesus Alfredo Berumen Flores. Gabriel Alonzo Berumen Gonzalez. Ryan Stephen Allen Clem. Wade River Fitzwater. Cole Richie Freeman. Rayan Yasser Garut. Elizabeth Grace Greenewalt. Mohammed Ali Hassan. Owen Riley Hottinger. Giovanni Jimenez Ramirez. Jose Ovidio Pacheco Martinez. Darwin Mauricio Pinedo Rodriguez. Adrian Alexis Reyes Morales. German Antonio Sanchez Cardona. Joseph Edward Wright. Ryan Yavni. Emergency Medical Technician, Lieutenant Laura Clark, instructor. Hayden Todd Glende. Clay Parker Geyer. Stephen Michael Huffman. Allison May Miller. Alicia Marie Robinson. Eric Santiago. Benjamin James Seifert. Gabriel Scott Sherman. Abby Lee Short. Firefighter 1 and 2, Lieutenant Glenn Jackson, instructor. Thank you, sir. Jutziel Gamaliel Alvarez Cintron. Caden Douglas Blyer. Giselle Cano Torres. Shay Shadrach Stephen DeGennaro. Elijah Reed Estes. Brock Michael Forbus. Charlie Renee Hess. Jackson Thomas Jeffrey. Zoe Anna Marie Marcourt. Amy Patricia Matamoros Ramirez. Abril Suhe Paez Vazquez. Charles Jeremiah Sisson. Destiny Renee Wetzel. Grayson Lee Workman. Health Careers with instructors Christine Pearson and Rebecca Lindsay. Rosalba Aguas Aguas. Rosario Cantraci Alfira. Aviana Marie Carroll. Alyssa Jade Clark. Christina Grace Danner. Samantha Ann Foster. Isabella Rose Fry. Maetzi Garcia Maraquin. Dulce Gabriela Garcia Martinez. Kaylee J. Kissling. Kara Mia Kurtz. Itzel Licona Hernandez. Haley Elizabeth McNeil. Liliana Marie Monroy. Savannah Grace Pence. Yuri Argeni Ramos Herrera. Savannah May Reedy. Daisy Rojas. Cheyenne Brooklyn Villalobos. Janaya Lashonde Wright Barrios. Heating and Air Conditioning Technology, instructor Mr. Paul Goulart. Brooks Peyton Batman. Easton Levi Cleaver. Ryan Joseph D'Angelo. Levi Colt Dove. Seth Austin Fiddler. Andrew Joseph Gherkin. Christian Luis Hearn. Isaac Benjamin Heiner. Jacob Ashby Jenkins. Elijah Gregory Moser. Chandler Michael Mowberry. Kevin Andrews Riddle. Gavin Michael Shiflett. Riley Andrew Shiflett. Kane Booth Warlittner. Natneo Jabraz-Gaher Weldu. Veterinary Science, Lori Dameron and Tiffany Estep, instructors. Haley Marie Berry. Sarah Beth Estes. Giselle Elizabeth Flores Shepard. Giselle De La Paz Gomez Garcia. Haven Jean Green. Callie Bell Geyer. Delisa Nicole Ham. Emily Elizabeth Hammer. Faithlyn Cheyenne Hart. Anna Sofia Hernandez Guerrero. Carla Hernandez Manzano. Nayeli Yoli Herrera. Addison Marie Hutton. Liliana Jade Knight. Hannah Katarina Lassiter. Anne Marie Faith Nelson. Madison Renee Shiflett. Isabel Juliana Kate von Ardswald. Visual Effects and 3D Animation, instructor Tabitha Daniel. Thank you. Gavin Xavier Educatus. Lena Jacelyn Bendel. Colin Brooks Casey. Yahariel Castillo Ramirez. Hadine Corona Domingo. Alexander David Crisell. Jerelise Jimenez Pagan. Troy David Kramer. Kevin Norman Leitner. Kelsey Elena Paget. Reese Giovanni Sacco. Danili Taylor Savant. Lane Addison Shank. William Ryan Sutherland. Joseph Carlos Ziada. Welding instructor, Mr. John Lauk. Isaiah Paul Campbell. Aiden Dean Chandler. Dominic Dawson Dean. Lane Alexander Hammer. Aaron Matthew Kinsey. Wyatt Amos Mills Prater. Isaiah Molina Hernandez. Celine Adair Powell. Hector Jose Rivera Martinez. Wyatt Scott Sherman. Caleb Michael Swartz. Luis Gustavo Velasquez Osagura. Malachi Melvin Anderson White.
Wow, 419. That's an impressive number, if I have to say so. Congratulations to all those we have recognized tonight. You have accomplished a great deal during your time at MTC. You have left your mark, and you will continue to leave your mark on our community for many years to come. We are proud of your spirit, we are proud of your hard work, and we are most proud of all of your success. You are now a graduate of Massanutten Technical Center. Your future is very bright because of the training and the support that you have received, and all of us wish you the very best. Again, one more time, parents, families, friends, and staff, please join me in applauding the class of 2025. This concludes our 53rd certificate ceremony. Students, you will want to exit this way on the floor to the right of the stage and using the stairs back up to the plaza level to meet your parents and family. Parents and guests, thank you for joining us tonight. Have a great night.